Hello. This segment is about food stamps. I want to share my story as to I was not always a salon owner. I wasn't born out of my parents' womb being the woman that I am today. I had to grow to be this person. And I once in my life had to rely on welfare and food stamps. And I'm telling this story because it's bothering me that the government would take money out of children's mouth and food because the government in the United States of America that we've always worked for, that we've always paid taxes for, is saying that our children has to go hungry in November because of whatever's going on, government shutdown, whatever. We should live in a country where no matter what, our children is taken care of. Our children. I know you got all these stories about the moms and they should be going to work and they should be accountable for their kids and this, that, and the other. Listen, that children don't ask to be here. Do you know and can you imagine the children in these households with these mothers and these parents who can't provide for them? A lot of us can say we wasn't asked to be here. But here's the thing. When I went and applied for welfare and food stamps, I needed it. So I'm speaking for the women who needed it, like me. I needed it. And when I didn't need it, I went down. My dad took me down to the welfare office and he got me out the system. And that's another story, but I'm talking about this story today. I used the welfare system until I became a better person and knew I could provide for my children without any help from the government or being in anybody's system. When that day happened, I got off welfare and I stopped receiving food stamps. And this is over 30 years ago. But here today, that's still a testimony for me because there's a parent like me who need food stamps. Need, NEED. They're not playing with it. They're not lying. They're not selling their food stamps on the street. They're literally going to buy food with their food stamps. I pray for these families. And I challenge all of you, if you know someone like that who literally is not abusing the welfare system and need food, let's help them. Let's help them. You know who they are. We all know who they are. We all know somebody who really working hard. Because here's the thing. Everybody who get food stamps are not unemployed. There's parents who apply for food stamps because their job income is not enough. And if the welfare system of food stamps says that you are approved, that means that you have less income than you should have to continue to provide for your family. We don't need to hear nothing about, oh, stop having kids. No, the kids are here now. And we're in 2025 and they need food on their table. And the government couldn't sit down and rational this thing out to understand that it's bigger than them. This is your country that you're saying, forget our country, let them not eat for November. It's bigger than that. Is anybody thinking about the children? I thought about the children so much when I had my food stamps, my kids. Let me tell you what I did. This is a good story that somebody might can use that's legal. I was getting maybe $400 a month for food stamps when I was getting them. I was living with my parents at the time. My children were small. My mother can cook real good. There was a plantation down maybe like a mile from our house. And we knew people who worked there, whatever the case may be. Long story short, my mother was a cook. When I would get my food stamps, the date I got them, the next day my mother would make sure it was on a Friday when people got paid at the plantation, and my mom would cook them meals. So I would use my food stamp money to get the stuff that my mother needed to feed the people. Then we would double the food stamp money, if that makes sense. So 400 turned into $800. That's the only thing I did with my food stamps. Me and my mom and my dad, we took our food stamps and doubled it so we can have enough money for the month. to eat, because food stamps of $400 is not enough for a family of me and my kids and my mom and dad in their house. So me and my mom came up with a plan how to double our food stamp. I didn't go out in the street and sell no food stamps. We doubled our food stamps so we could have more food to eat. That's why I'm telling y'all, this is a very sore subject with me, because I was that woman who had to literally double, thank God for my mom cooking skills, my food stamps so I could have money to last my kids and my family. Living with my parents, not being a deadbeat child, I wanted to help out. I wanted to add my portion. So me and my mom came up with a way to where we all could eat for the whole month, and her and my dad didn't have to come out their pocket at all for no food. If you're not doing that, then I don't even want to talk to you. I'm talking about the people who are legally needing food, legally trying to figure out how to feed their kids every month. And here comes the government talking about they're cutting food stamps. I don't know about y'all, but I'm thinking about the children. I'm not worried about no grown folks. And if you like me, find a family. Let's help them, and let's continue to be blessed. And God will continue to bless us, because we always know how to bind together and make life work. Let's make this one of those times.